G'day, welcome. We're just going to have a quick look at the RFID unit, the integrated unit with the reader and antenna in one. So I'm just going to fire up the timing software. We're just going to have a quick look at how to set up the reader with the software. Also do our first read of the tags you've just received to make sure you're able to align them with your member list. And then go about doing a test read to make sure it brings in what you need from your member list and that your tags are associated to the correct person. So the software is just opening up. So this reader, just a bit of background on it, it's quite a good performer. I had 4 tags down the side of my car and was able to drive past at 100k an hour within a couple meters of the reader, and it picked up 4 tags as I went past. So that's just the sort of capability it has. So up here, we just go and find the RFID, which was already on. Tick on the RFID long range scanner. It's remembered from last time I was here, so it's already found the COM port. You may need to find your COM port. You get a little green icon. Now, if you haven't got the driver, you can download the driver here for the reader itself. And make sure for the integrated reader that you use this one, the FDY8100U. That's the one you need to pick up. So I've got my COM port selected, it's green. I've got the right reader. My tags, I'm just going to do read all, and I don't need anything else ticked on this screen, so I'm just going to go race. Once I'm in the screen here, I can edit what's in my column headings if I like. So come up here and I can turn club off, and now I don't have club. I can make this a bit wider if I want to see a wider description in there. I'm just going to do a quick read just to see what the sequence is of my tags. I'm just going to press start, and then just going to press stop. Yes. So we've got a feel for what the tags look like. So basically, these first 24 characters or so are all the same, but the last 4, so here it's got 0168 and 0199. That's telling me what the sequence. So basically, that's telling me the tag that has the number printed on it, 0199, this is the number under the skin. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to come up here to my settings, the little cog up here says settings. I'm going to go to general. I've already ticked on use member data file. I can export out a full list. Members 2, and just finish. Just minimize the software. So here's my members 2 file, and it's all empty. That's where I go and populate it. But here's one I prepared earlier, so I'll just close that. Here's my member list. So I've gone and given everybody first name, last name. Don't have to worry about club, suburb, and so on, but do worry about the gender and category. Age and category should be the same. Course, and call that whatever you like, but 2K cross country in this case. The wave number, so wave 1 is always the first one, that's off 0 in this case. Wave 2 is off 10 seconds, wave 3 is off 20 seconds, and so on. Now my RFID number, I'm just going to paste this in here. So basically, as we said before, the last 4 digits are the one that matter. So my tag 100, so I need to adjust this and just make this 100. And if I just copy this down, now I've got tag 101, and I've got RFID number 101 is now going to Johnny 2. Timmy 2 has tag 102 with RFID blah 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 102 at the end, and so on. So this is my member list. It's now complete. I've got the race number, so that may be the number that I've got with a texter and put that on their arm. The tag that's on their shoe or ankle or wherever it happens to be is tag 100. And this is the string, that's the code that tag's yelling whenever it comes in read range. And here's the name of the athlete, the age, gender, category, course, and wave time. These columns do need to be populated, okay? So do put something in these. The other ones are not required, so TA license, season, and so on, that's just more for some of the tri clubs. But otherwise, the ones that are in this screen here, let's expand that out, are required. So these ones, these 2, and those 5. I'm just going to save that. Yes. Leave it as that. Replace it. Yes, please. The timing software has noticed that I've updated my file, and it's going to go, do you want to bring it in? I'm going, yes, please. So it's just brought in that latest member list. So I'm just going to kill this race, delete it. Now I'm ready to go. So if I want to see my members that I brought in, come up here to members, and here's all my test family, the Bradys, and here are the waves that we've brought into. If I need to change my reader and get it to change to a different COM port or a different reader type, then in theory I can do it during the race. If I only want it to pick up one time for that athlete, so if an athlete's hanging around the finish line and they've already finished, we don't want to keep picking up their time. So if I tick that on, I'll only see their time once on the screen. That's just some of the options there. So if I leave that on, that's all the same. That was the general settings where I was able to bring my members in. Lots of other things here to do with some of the other applications we use, but that's the majority of what you'll need for this. Okay, so now I'm just going to start a race and we'll start picking up tags. So I'll just wave my reader around and see who I can pick up. So you can see up the top there it's got 70, 80, 90, 100. That's how many, so it's just read 123 tags in to the system. Now it's just chilling out because it can only read a tag in once, so it's not going to keep reading it in again. Now these are just some of the other tags I've got nearby that are not assigned to anyone, so they're still coming up like our first little test. But the ones that are assigned return a person's name. And you can see here a wave time of 0. That means if I expand this out, I'm going to go race time and finish. The race time was 29 seconds, but the wave time for this person must have been greater than this, hence they had a 0 time there. If we go up here and we'll find some of the other athletes. Here we go, so everyone else is off 0 here. This person, where are we? If we find athlete 1, so I can click on the column heading and get it to sort. So everyone was quicker than the wave, which is fair enough. That's how we had set up. I can go and push the clock time forward by clicking on it and take it forward an hour. I'll do another race. I'll just press stop, delete or save. If I press save, I've got to choose an event. If I'm not happy with the event selection, I can click edit events and come in here and expand out distance and turn on whatever I need to turn on, so the 1K. And I'll press save. I'll choose 1K from my list. So now before I start the race, I'm just going to push this forward. I'm going to make it 1 hour. Simplicity, so clock's starting from 1 hour. I press start. Now we're going to see some of these wave times. So here we've got 44:30, even though they had a race time of just over 1 hour. So that tells me that they must have been off a, what's that, a 25 minutes, 30-second wave. Hence they got that time, adjusted time of 44:30 instead of 1 hour. So that's how that's operating there. Once I press stop and I press save, I can go and check out any of my saved events up here. And by going to my races, so go to this one, make this bigger, I can now see all the same information that I had on the prior screen. If I click on the consolidated, it will now try and get athletes into some sort of logical order for us, and then I can also export this out and go save. Now in Excel I've now got that same information, the time and the place and so on for these athletes. And I can do whatever I want with this information, resort it, replace it, however it needs to be. Once I've finished with the timing software, so I'll just close out of saved events, all I need to do is just X out and turn off the power to my reader, unplug my USB port, and I'm done. The next race I'm going to do, if I need to change any information to my member list, and I just open it back up, change whatever it is I need to change. Once you've got your tag numbers in here, rule of thumb, once they're in, keep that static, so these first 3 columns will stay the same, and you'll just keep updating and varying this other information based on whatever the events are and whoever the athletes are. Okay, thanks for your time. Give us an email or a call if you're stuck with anything, but otherwise, have a great day, and we will chat to you later. Thank you. Thanks for your time, and have a great afternoon.